Hey guys, Peter here to do an EP review. Today I'm here to tell you about Tombs and their latest EP, Monarchy of Shadows, out February 28th on Season of Mist. This EP has 6 tracks, 35 minutes in length, and this is the band's 4th EP, but they've released also 4 full-length studio albums. For those of you less aware, these guys are a post-black metal band, and their sound, their DNA could be defined really with one word: darkness. And that's what you're going to get from this release. Pure darkness from the opening salvo to the last note. This EP will for sure take you on a very elegant journey of darkness, heaviness, uncompromising sound that will for sure destroy your senses and pin you down to submission. That's what you're going to get from all 6 songs. I almost wish they had released 2 more songs. We would be talking about a full-length record, and I have no doubt that I would be saying that this is their best full-length record to date. It's not a full-length record, but it's still a magnificent release, so I'll have to say, overall, still their best release to date. I really love what they did here. I really like what they did as far as the sound, as far as the vocals. To me, the vocals is almost one of the most important condiments on this EP. I love what they did here. I love the darkness that they have, but at the same time, I love the atmosphere that they bring to every single song, and I love the dynamic changes that they have within specific tracks. So overall, what a great release by Tombs. But let's get a little bit into it so you guys can get a feel for all 6 tracks. I want to give you guys a little bit of information on all 6 of them so you have a little bit more to digest. And we're going to start off with Monarchy of Shadows, which is the opening track on the EP. And what an opening track. In my opinion, this song is really a synopsis of what you're going to get from every single other song. They took bits and pieces from all 5 other tracks and they put it all together into this one track. So this track is really the calling card of this EP. It really defines the sound that you're going to get from the following tracks. You're going to get a little bit of heavy metal elements, you're going to get a little bit of black metal grittiness, you're going to get a little bit of atmospheric soundscapes, electronic elements, powerful drums, driving riffs, magnificent riffs, and really dark and somber vocals. That's pretty much everything, all the different elements at play on this EP and present in this one song. You're going to see them throughout the other songs, perhaps some elements more in one, some elements more in other, but in this song I feel like there's an even dose of all of them to really paint the picture, to really open the doors to what the other tracks will be like and give you an idea what to expect. I really like this song from that perspective. I like how it sounds, I like how it feels, but to me more important, I like how it opens the doors for you to start the journey that it is these 6 songs, this 35-minute EP. Next, Once Falls the Guillotine, my favorite track on the EP, and the reason I say this is because of the vocals on this track. I really like what they did with the vocals. I like the dynamic changes of the vocals. They add so much atmosphere. They add darkness. They're somber at times, but there's some elements of the vocals of how they sound and how they were incorporated with the lyrics and with the structure of the song that really speak to me. They really give atmosphere, give ambiance to this track. To me, overall, musically, this is a song that almost feels more like a thrash metal song that's hidden within a black metal track. That's the feel that I got from it when I look at the structure and the sound of the riffs and the way the riffs push forward. Just great dynamic, great atmosphere, like I said, from the vocals. The dynamic changes between the vocals are really important. It really creates this tug of war between darkness and melody, and at the same time feeling like you're entering this dark ritual in a very dark forest. It just has that ambience, it has that atmosphere to it. I love everything about this track. I love the way the guitars are played on this track. I love the way the drums are heavy, and then they know how to drop that heaviness out. But to me, most important to me, the glue that keeps this whole song revolving, that keeps this whole song moving, is the vocals and the dynamic changes between the 2 styles of vocals that they use on this specific track. It's haunting at times. Next, Necro Alchemy, relentless track, but more so from a drum's perspective than anything else. To me, this is a very heavy drum-driven track, and while all the other elements are there, the guitars are heavy, they're melodic, they're dark, the vocals are somber at times, they add volume, they add richness, they add power to the song, but overall you feel like all of these other elements are just going along for the ride because the driver is the drums, and the drums are dictating the pace, they're dictating the tempo, they're dictating the atmosphere, the mood, everything on this song. Next, Men Behind the Sun, to me, the more purest of black metal tracks on this release. the more I listened to the album, the more I felt that the dynamics that this song had to offer really had a little bit more of a traditional black metal sound to it. And that combines darkness from all corners coming together and having one single vision, one single approach. It doesn't matter if it's the guitars, it doesn't matter if it's the vocals, it doesn't matter if it's the drums. On this song, everybody is pulling towards the same spot. Everybody knows what they want. Everybody has a same approach. They have the same thought process, and that gives the song a very continuous, a very thorough darkness to it that just allows all elements to come together and feel as one. That is the dynamic behind Men Behind the Sun. Next, a dark riff. Insanely complex and powerful song, perhaps more complex and powerful than you will notice at first glance. Has heavy and melodic riffs that really lay the path and lay down the structure for what this song is going to be all about. The vocals are intense, they have so much sound, so much texture around them, they really add to the power that it's coming from the music. The music takes you to a certain level, and then from that point on the vocals take over, they grab the relay and they continue to push it forward. I really like that sense of continuity that you get on this track. Another element that this song has to offer, that adds that complex approach musically that the song has to offer, is the use of keyboards. The keyboard melody on this track is surprising. I wasn't expecting, once this song starts, you don't really feel like it's gonna come, you don't really feel like it has a place, but once you start noticing it, you really understand the atmosphere that it adds to the overall sound of the track and to the atmosphere that it carries. And I also like the fact that while it was there, it wasn't a predominant factor, wasn't a driving force of the song, if you will, was another element. It was another layer to this song, and that's why I say this is a very powerful and complex song, because I really feel like there's a lot of layers. This song is like an onion. You just keep pulling layers and finding different elements at play that really create a very unique sound, a very thick sound, a sound that has a lot of volume to it on all fronts. Last but not least, Path of Totality. A song that, in my opinion, really closes off the EP well. The same way Monarchy of Shadows starts the EP by giving you a synopsis into what the whole release is about, this one really closes it off in the best way possible. I really feel like it's a coming together of all the pieces that were broken throughout the other tracks. They come together and they're put back together with this song. I love how the grittiness that it has. I love the rawness that it has. I really love the somber approach to the vocals. And overall is a song that, in my opinion, feels like it's broken into two separate songs. There's some elements to it that really feel like there's the first part of the song and there's the second part of the song. But having said that, they're so well intertwined that it's really hard to break them apart, and it's really hard to see where one ends and where the other one starts. But overall, this is a really powerful track in order to close the EP off, because like I said, it just really feels like it's picking up all the broken pieces that led you up to this point. Alright guys, this is it. This is Tombs' Monarchy of Shadows, out February 28th on Season of Mist. Let me know your thoughts on the band. Use the comment section below. I'll be reading those as always and getting back to you. Take care guys.